Are the dirty cheaters in Marvel Strike Force now getting rewarded by Scopely? Are the new legendary Scourge events going to be a hit or a miss? And who are these horsemen? We got our guesses and more on this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. This week, I am joined by my brother, Mr. Hartgrave. And if you're ready, Mr. Hartgrave, tell him what to do, my brother.
Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Maniacs, what is up? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel and this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. This week, I'm joined by my brother, Mr. Hartgrave, and we have a lot to discuss. We're discussing the dirty cheaters. We got all this new roadmap to discuss. But before we get to that, we've lost one of our colleagues, one of our brothers, or the Remanx, and you were there for the final stream. What was the straw that finally broke his back? Because our brother has been upset for a little while.
Yeah, I think from what I gather, and he has a video out there where he gives all of his detailed thoughts on it.
And I will link to that below. You guys should check that out. But
excellent.
on the stream, what was the catalyst that set this off, my friend?
Yeah, so I mean, the thing that set it off was the Stark event, the Alliance donation.
Let's just call it the Alliance donation event. I don't remember what the exact Stark Armory, whatever. Alliance donation event. Right.
So the last event was that was the straw that broke the camel's back. But more than that, it seems like it was the lack of communication that was happening through the Envoy program. He was there to help the community, and he no longer felt effective and felt like there was no path forward, and just found that the situation was untenable and he was no longer playing a game that was fair to him.
Yeah, well, he made a statement. He made a strong statement by quitting, and hopefully the devs realize that. It really sucks for the community that we lose a valuable member like that. But like I've said, he's probably onto bigger and better things, which is good for him, and hopefully this does some good for the community as well. But one of the things that set him off was that Alliance donation event, and we did get a compensation for that this morning. A little strange though. Everybody got this. People that didn't even participate in the event, didn't get one orb, was able to get this, which is fine. But the people that used an exploit, which caused this to be the need for compensation, it looks like they also got this. So this was not separated out. The exploiters also got rewarded. Everybody that didn't exploit got rewarded. What is the message that this sends to the exploiters now, Mr. Hartgrave?
I don't know what message it sends to the exploiters and cheaters. I don't even know if they pay attention to stuff like this because, they have plenty of materials. Oh, yeah. But the message it sends to me is that this is too late. If this would have came during the event, because 450 cores was the amount of donations that you would need to do in one day to get one of the little loot boxes that would put you into the rankings.
Yeah.
If this would have came out during the event, better yet, instead of the cores, put a Stark Tech orb in there.
Oh. Then everybody would qualify, because that was the thing. There was a lot of people that didn't even get one, didn't even get any ranking rewards for this. I thought they should have opened that a community that would have expanded that 1%. More people would have got into that 1%. Yes, the cheaters would have got in, but everybody else would have bumped up tiers as well. Getting everybody participated. I like that solution.
It would have solved it. I don't know why it didn't happen during the event. I don't know why it's happening now, because happening now is insulting. This isn't enough. This is ridiculous, especially for me, who did 450 cores every day with my Alliance.
Okay.
And like an additional 2,000 on top, because I thought I was going to lock in top 1% rewards.
And what percent did you end up getting?
2 to 5.
Okay. Now, for me, I spent $2. I got the $2. My Alliance did not want to do the donations, so I bought a few of those orbs with power cores that I've been saving up. I think it was the 40 to 60%. I was fine with that. I was fine with my rewards. I got 4 orbs, got a few of the milestones. So this is just generous for me. This is extra stuff for me. I'm happy about this. Now, Mobile Gamer, the chat this morning was saying Mobile Gamer last night had a different solution. Just everybody that participated in the event, boost their reward tier by 1, give them the extra stuff for that. Would that be a good solution for you? Like if you got the missing orbs that you would have gotten if you did get that 1%, would that have been a satisfactory solution for you, Mr. Hartgrave?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take whatever. I mean, at least that would be equal to, what it would have been if they would have done the right thing at the time. I really think they need to start doing the right thing.
The cheater still got rewarded, but at least you would have got your proper rewards.
And look, if you're using cheats and exploits
on a mobile game.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. All right. So like if that's what you do, okay, and you feel good about that, that's great. And you also spend money, because I think that it's not only cheating and exploiting, you're also spending money. You're going to constantly be ahead of me anyways. And I don't care. Like you go ahead. It doesn't bother me. I don't think you're cool. I mean, whatever, that's what you're doing. It doesn't really affect me. I think the problem a lot of people are having right now is maybe they're feeling like it affects them. And maybe at the very top it is, because they refuse to play ball with the rest of like the top 100. That can cause some friction. And, Boundless should really address that, because those are the people who are kind of keeping the game afloat. And if you start making them upset, like Rem, they're going to quit. And then we're only going to be left with the top 100 that's full of cheaters and exploiters.
Yeah, I think Philosopher was talking. He encouraged his alliance not to do that. They are some of the bigger spenders in the game, and they didn't even finish in the top 1% as well. So this is weird. Now, it wasn't just the cheaters. It's just the way this event was designed. If we look at this post here, this didn't get a lot of traction, but I mentioned in one of the things, how are ties calculated? Because there was a lot of people that were claiming, hey, I opened this amount of orbs. My alliance mate got this amount of orbs. How do they calculate these ties? And this was a post that was around during the event, which questioned this. How do you think ties are calculated? There's some speculation that it's alphabetical. Some are saying it's totally arbitrary. Some is by your player ID. Do you have any? What is that?
We actually do know. It was by TCP.
It was by TCP.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
What that doesn't seem fair to me, Mr. Hartgrave.
No, it's really not. I mean, fair is relative. We're talking about a mobile video game. Like it's not an esport.
Well, here's the thing. If I open, let's just say, if I open 4 orbs and someone else opened 4 orbs and they're in a whole different tier, that's where the problem is. So if they're gonna do that, just have people that open 4 orbs in one tier, all of them in one tier. Yes, more people are getting rewards, but that's the fair way to do it. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I totally agree. I mean, I hate the leaderboard system as it is. I think it's a FOMO kind of thing that they put in there. It's a very manipulative kind of blind auction system. I think it would be much better if this event was, hey, if you open 30 orbs, you get all the stuff. Go. That's very honest. It's like, okay, well, that costs this much. Am I willing to pay for it? Great. And then we kind of lay bare what it is. These aren't events. These are offers. Yeah. And when we talk about leaderboards, we're just like, we're straight up gambling.
That's an interesting way to put it. These events, they're offers. They're all right. If you spend this much, you'll get this type of thing. So I hope Scopely's learned from this. I hope they fix this Alliance donation thing. It was there. We were in Alliance before. Yeah. This was years ago. The Alliance donation thing, the exploit. I was so excited about the event whatever the event was way back in the day years ago. I was logging into that server reset just to get the rewards. One day I noticed, hey, I got some extra stuff. I didn't know what the heck was happening. So that was reported and it went away. It did go away. It was gone for a while. I didn't know it came back. It's back now. Scopely fixed it once. I don't know why they don't fix it again. They need to address that, and they need to address these ties, how these ties are calculated. And hopefully this bad situation can lead to some positivity moving forward with this game. But unfortunately, Mr. Hartgrave, that's not the only exploit that we have to talk about. We got another one. There's something going on with the war store, and I purposely did not want to know what to do to get this exploit. I don't want to, it's not worth it for me. It's not worth it for me to get my account banned because that's where my channel is. But what is going on with this war store exploit? What can you explain to people what is happening with this without telling how to do it? Because I don't want to know how to do it.
Yeah, I know there's people in the community that are like, why aren't these content creators sharing these exploits with us so we can, blow the doors off of it and have everybody do it? First off, we only have limited reach. So it's not like we're going to hit the whole player base to a point where that's even going to create the end result that you want. But I don't know how to do this either, but I do know what the bug allows you to do. And that is buy the entire store for like free. So...
Wait, I thought you had to buy. I thought you had to spend stuff, but I guess no. Whatever. You get the entire store pretty much, right?
The entire store for free. So that is why they don't want to put teal gear in here just yet, because they don't know how to fix that, and so that's why we don't have. And I believe it might even pertain to orbs.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So that's why we don't have the teal gear war. Everyone's like, "Where's the teal gear war orb?" Well. This is a thing where
like they know about this? I just heard about this yesterday. I didn't know that this was going on. I just heard about this yesterday. Do you think Scopely is aware of that far back, and that's what the holdup to the teal gear is? Because
because they have total visibility into our accounts.
So
they know
why aren't they banning these people? If they have total visibility into your accounts, why aren't they banning these people that are doing this? I don't know how often they're doing this, but getting the whole war store for free, that is absolute crap.
True. I think it's difficult for them to tell like who's doing it. Maybe, I don't know. This is speculation, but
I would say the donation thing would be difficult for them to detect, because there are people that could be excited like I was years ago logging into the event right there. I think this one though, the war store one.
Yeah.
Well, you have to put in, from what Remanx told me, there's a bunch of steps that you have to take. It's not like you could accidentally do this. So if they can see somebody's doing this, they should be banned automatically. Their account never comes back.
That makes sense, and I think the part of the steps, and let me just help the community out, just in case anybody does want to figure this out. You have to press up, down, left, right.
Wait! Don't reveal the last few parts. Don't reveal the last few parts on my channel. I don't want my channel to get a strike. But I think you could figure out the rest. Up, down, left, left, and then you can figure out the rest of that. Okay. So
leave it down in the comments.
All right. Yeah, you guys can figure it out on your own. All right, let's move on. We got a new character, and we got a lot to talk about this weekend other than just exploits. So let's move on. We have Dr. Voodoo in the game. I was pretty excited for this character. This is a cool looking character. He looks very violent. His kit looks very good. Is this a character that excites you, Mr. Hartgrave? He has this like Dark Hunter theme. You have this Dark Hunter theme. Is this, he seems like he's right up your alley.
Oh yeah, no, this is awesome. It's weird that we're getting it now and not on Halloween. Like this feels like the patch we should have gotten in October, but okay, whatever. I'm happy it's here. It'll probably take me until October before I get it powered up. So maybe it'll fit just right.
Right around Halloween 2022 is when you'll be able to use him.
There you go. He looks awesome. I love the design. I think it's really cool. I'm also excited about Morbius. I like that Ghost Rider's getting a revival. That's very cool. It's awesome.
All right, so let me ask you. Now, I did not purchase this character. I know you didn't purchase this character either. So we're gonna have to go to msf.gg and take a look at his kit. What do you see in his kit here that really excites you? Does he have any use outside of war offense, Mr. Hartgrave?
Yeah, no, he really looks like a great Dark Dimension character.
All right, so he has health steal. He can steal 8% of this character's max health on his basic, which is strong. He has mind control, which means the high damage that the enemies are going to do in Dark Dimension they'll do it to their own selves, and he's going to steal 20% health from the enemies, redistribute that with a T4 in there. Seems like a great Dark Dimension character.
Yeah.
Any use outside of that though?
I don't know. It's a little. The tags on these characters are definitely limiting where we can use them and what we can do with them. So he is global and mystic. The problem we have with mystic for a lot of things is, like, are you going to put him on your raid team? Is he going to replace Cloak or Dagger? He doesn't have any raid specific tags. Yeah. I would say that would be a hard sell. Probably not better than the Eternals.
I'd say definitely not better than the Eternals.
There's no problem right there. The Eternals kind of broke the game, and so any kind of theory crafting in Mystic is kind of out the window.
Hey, I like what they do to Arena though. I like the Arena meta with their Eternals. But all right, so pretty much War Offense and Dark Dimension is where he's going to be used.
Yeah, and I don't know if you have space for him in Dark Dimension realistically. Like maybe for your second pass, or because so many Mystic, you're going to want to put in, like, Cosmic is filled with Mystic. So wasting or spending a Mystic in Global, probably not the best idea.
Well, taking a look at what his uniques are. I think it's this Psionic Essence, right? Is that the right unique? Or is that
something else? The magic book.
The Arcane Magic. Yeah. Looking at this, are there any other characters that take Arcane Magic that would be worth bringing into Dark Dimension? Or let's say you have a lot of this stuff and maybe you don't have the uniques for some other characters. Is this someone that you would rush for if you had there's a lot of Arcane Magic not using it on another character?
Yeah, there's not too many other characters that use that unique, so that is a positive. Maybe for anything other than Dark Dimension 5. For Dark Dimension 5, all the TL gear is a problem. And the Mystic gear itself, but for a tier 15 character, it's not the worst thing to see. Yeah.
So probably better for Dark Dimension 3 and 4 instead of. I get you. All right.
Yeah, he's going to cut right through the lower Dark Dimensions very nicely.
Oh yeah, the percent-based damage that he's doing. Yeah. Enemies attacking themselves. He's a great Dark Dimension character. And in addition to what he does on that Dark Hunters team, which is arguably the second best War Offense team in the game when Morbius is final release. So we'll have to see.
You should be pumped about this. This actually kills Heroes for Hire dead.
I love any team that kills Heroes for Hire. Punchdowns with the Infinity Watch, the Dark Hunters, and of course Weapon X. More options to kill Heroes for Hire is better. So Dr. Voodoo, Morbius, reworks of the Dark Hunters, bring them on. I love it. I love all this stuff. Now, Dark Dimension 5, I got into this week. You got in this week as well. How are you doing? How are you liking it? How did this difficulty compare to some of these other Dark Dimensions relative to your play commander level?
Yeah. So I was very disappointed with this because it felt way more like Dark Dimension 3 than it did like Dark Dimension 4. Really backing up my statements about, like, don't rush into this. It's not fun right now. One thing I found that made it a lot better was I did take Dr. Doom into it finally.
Okay.
I did the first two starting nodes without Dr. Doom.
Hold on. What characters do you have at Teal Gear right now? Let's just go with that.
Yeah, excellent. Let me go ahead. So I first went
in. Doom.
That was my last one that I did. Let me get this tier.
All right, while you're thinking of that, I'll tell you who I used. I brought in Doom. I brought in Scarlet. I brought in Ghost Spider. I brought in Shang-Chi. And finally, last but not least, was Cloak. And I'm waiting for Dagger to finally get that city section. So I'm trying to get front load on the city is what I'm doing. What did you end up doing?
Yeah, so we're similar. I mean, I think everyone's going to take Ghost Spider. Ghost Spider is hands down the best character to put tier 16 on. She's new. She's totally amazing on that team. She's the best one, and she doesn't need the stupid Oz formula.
So speaking of Ghost Spider, is it worth using any of that what is her unique?
Alien Spores.
Alien Spores. Is it worth putting any of those Alien Spores on the symbiotes now that the Web Warriors are here? Or is Ghost Spider the best option for your Alien Spores?
I think so. If you were going to do anybody, I would do Symbiote Spider-Man.
Okay.
I think because he has Dark Dimension specific tags on him.
That's true. That is true.
He's not bad.
Okay.
I didn't. I just went for Ghost Spider. I'm happy with that. I also did Shang-Chi. He's one of the best standalone characters.
As much as I hate him on Heroes for Hire, I love using him in every other game mode. That character is so polarizing for me.
Yeah.
All right. Good character. Great. Good character.
And then instead of Scarlet Spider, I went with Spider Punk because I did pull a 7 red on Spider Punk.
Okay.
So
I pulled a 0. I pulled 0 initially on Spider Punk. All right, Spider Punk.
I would say Scarlet Spider's like arguably better though. Like he's the one that he's newer. He does more stuff.
He's the one I wanted more for raids. That's why I built him up. Regardless of how they perform in Dark Dimension 5, I'm going to use him in the raid. So that's why I brought Ghost and Scarlet up.
Yeah, I mean, Scarlet Spider, that's going to be my next one. As soon as I get more Oz formula, which is just a horrible ordeal to get more of that stuff.
Let's just say all tier gear. All tier gear is hard to get. Horrible to get.
Yeah, but those uniques, I mean, like you can have everything else and you can be stuck waiting for one unique for months.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. So then I also did take Dagger, which I guess you're waiting on.
I'm waiting on Dagger. I went Cloak first, Dagger second, because I forget why. I don't remember why. I want to do both of them.
I wanted to do both of them too. I think in light of how many Mystic characters are going to be good for Cosmic, though, I'm going to hold off on Cloak until my second run.
That probably sounds good because I wanted to do Icarus, and I'm using a lot of the Mystic stuff on this Cloak and Dagger, and Icarus will help me right now in Arena. So I'm kind of debating: should I continue to do Cloak? I mean, continue to do Dagger or go with Icarus?
I think your stronger move right now, what might get you through this a little faster, is ignoring Dagger for this run and go after another bio, go after another Web Warrior, because bio, there's not really a lot of good bio options for Cosmic or Legendary or Global.
Okay.
Really, your best bio is right here in City. So if you can put another bio here and then hoard up that gear for later sections, by the time you get to Legendary, you can probably throw in a Black Bolt and Invisible Woman just to get through that if you want.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
The Mystic is like, if you look at Cosmic, like everything you want to take into Cosmic is Mystic.
That's all right. You're kind of convincing me right now. I might take somebody else. Then so I guess it's gonna see if I get more Alien Spores or Oz formula first. Which I take in. Maybe going backwards and taking someone like Symbiote Spider-Man, or waiting for the Oz formula to get somebody I can actually use down the road. So I like that advice.
So yeah, I initially went in. Oh, and then by accident, I did Omega Red. I did not mean to take Omega Red this early because he's a legendary character and it's really jumping.
He's good in those first few nodes, right? I heard he's really good in those first few nodes.
He's really good. And I kind of came around to it because these first nodes are super hard, especially the third one. Is you get the opening wave of the third starting node is insane. It has these symbiote Spider-Mans that get like 6 turns.
I heard.
Nuts.
I'm not there yet. I heard the pain that's coming up.
But what you want is Doctor Doom. So Doctor Doom is going to be great for global. He's fairly inexpensive since he splits Mystic and Tech. There's not a lot of good options for Tech here at all in Dark Dimension. That might change when a Tech raid team comes out, and I'm kind of holding off until then. But pulling the trigger on Doctor Doom made the experience so much better.
Nice.
That I would say it's a strong recommendation just to do if you have Doctor Doom, right? First off,
you should have Doctor Doom if you're going to Dark Dimension 5, right?
Don't even think about doing this if you don't have Doctor Doom. Go get Doctor Doom and then do Doctor Doom, because it just makes things so much easier when those symbiote Spider-Mans come in. They trigger Doctor Doom. That gives your strongest character 3 turns, and then you can actually make some progress and not just hate your life while you do this thing.
All right. Any other tips? Because it sounds like you're a lot further along than I am.
Just be prepared to get stuck. There's no way to not get stuck. You're eventually just going to get to a place where you have to wait for the gear to come in. Yeah. And that's very frustrating by design. So that's where I'm at now. I'm just waiting for that Oz formula. But I know that even when I get that, I'm going to get stuck then waiting, to get into global. Like you're just going to get to a point where there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait.
Yeah, that's where I'm not rushing. Even if I got past this node that I'm on and the next node, I can't even get to the next city note, so I'm just taking my time, which is fine. All right, moving on from Dark Dimension, we have a milestone going on right now, and I think this is a pretty good milestone. The rewards are, they're okay. They're pretty good, but it's not like you got to do a lot, except for blitzing. The blitzing is a lot. Now, the pace that you should be on if you want all the milestones is about 12,400 per day, and where you should be at about 5 hours from us recording, server reset today, should be at 49,000. So I'm a little behind the pace. Where are you at right now, Mr. Hartgrave?
62,000.
Oh my goodness, you're smashing it. You're a blitz machine, my friend. Now, was that from blitzing or spending a lot of energy? Because you could get points from spending an energy or, I'm assuming you're doing all your 5 arena battles as well.
Yeah, blitzing. It's mostly blitzing, and I resent it.
Okay. How do you like the rewards? Are the rewards worth the blitzing that you're doing? Is the juice worth the squeeze for you?
The rewards make me angry because I spent so many extra cores getting those last, trying to get those last 50 shards of Spider-Punk to get me to 6 yellow stars. It's the most cores I've ever spent because I pulled a 7 red on Spider-Punk. I was like, all right, I'm going to go harder than I've ever gone before. I'm going to buy orbs with cores. I spent like 10,000, 12,000 cores.
Oh my
gosh.
Lot.
Yeah, a lot, right? And then they just roll out an event where they hand you like 50 shards, and I feel like totally stupid now.
What did you think of the selection of Spider-Punk? Because he was released in an event, which is the most friendly way to give out shards for a character, but we got a character that other web warriors, like Ghost Spider, with a Blitz, that some people got some good shards in, but most of the community didn't. And then Scarlet Spider with that pocket dimension, very few shards of him. What do you think of the decision to put Spider-Punk in this instead of one of the other web warriors?
It's interesting. I mean, and definitely something I'm going to keep in mind before I ever blow 12,000 cores on a event campaign character again. Like, what's the point?
A 7 stars is like a blessing and a curse, right?
Yeah, it's like they're going to hand me these shards anyways. Icarus is another good one. I was 50 shards short, and they've been showing me this offer. $30 and you could have your 5th star. $30 and you could have your. And then they run this event through their web store, and I'm short now. So if I would have bought that offer, how dumb would I feel when the 50 shards just came to me the next week? Literally the next week, the shards will come in. So when you're thinking about spending your in-game currency or your money to get those extra 50 shards, keep in mind that at any time they might just hand you the 50 shards.
Well, the spending in this game, and it should be like this for most mobile games, spending is to speed up the time. You should be able to get all this stuff for free, but if you want to narrow that time frame, that's where the spending comes in. So that's how I view spending, and I know that eventually I'm going to get this stuff for free if I keep playing. So
the thing is, the time frame on this, it's like a week.
Yeah, that's a little stuff. A lot of my calculation for how much I spend is how much time is this going to save me? If it's a week, it's not worth that. If it's like a few months, I'm like, yeah, this is a little more worth it. So, yeah, interesting with this. Let me know where you guys are at with these rewards. Are you pushing hard? I guess, are you ready for the big stuff? We got a lot to talk about with this road map for 2022. All right, here we go. Apocalypse, the Age of Apocalypse, confirmed a few weeks ago in that Twitter post. Actually, I think it was towards the beginning of the year. We got information about the Horsemen. We got information about these legendary events. Let's just talk about these Scourge events here. These all new Scourge events. It looks like these are going to be the next 4 legendaries coming up, maybe 5 if they're including Apocalypse. We'll talk about some of the details, but overall thoughts on this new release method, positive, negative, and I think there's a lot of information that we're missing too. So I guess just your overall impression right now.
Yeah, and I did watch the strike time and got a lot of extra information that isn't in this blog, which is pretty cool. For a change, there was actually reason to watch that.
There's extra information. Maybe I should go back and watch that then.
There was. Oh yeah, better yet, you can watch my reaction to it. I'll put that on my channel here shortly.
All right. We're gonna have a lot of videos down below, guys. So make sure there's a bunch of stuff you could do after this, after watching the news.
You bet. But yeah, as a release method, this might be extremely depressing. As a game mode, it looks awesome. And I really like how the lead designer said something that I've never heard anyone from Boundless or Scopely say.
What did he
said
say?
The words friendly.
Friendly as far as an event or a release method?
As an event, the design method behind this mode is friendly. It's designed so that if you select your difficulty level, right, you go in, you try it, it doesn't work out, you back out of the run and you lose nothing. You can do it again. You can do as many times as you want.
Okay. They did kind of say that in here, but I like that. That does sound friendly. That sounds like our challenges. You know, we get a certain amount of attempts, or we get a certain amount of completions. We can use as many attempts as possible, but as far as we get one completion of this, so that does sound good as an event. Now, what's not mentioned here, like previous legendary characters, some requirements. They're kind of vague about the requirements here. Do you think that this is going to eliminate the star requirements for these characters, or we just got to get our character, and now we just have to get our characters strong enough to do this event, to pass some of what these scourges are?
Yeah. So I guess what we're kind of talking about here is for this one coming up, and they're letting us know with plenty of advance notice, which is nice. You need Web Warriors and Dark Hunters.
Yeah.
And you probably need both. Because I imagine that there's like 10 nodes, and some of them Web Warriors probably work better, and some of them Dark Hunters probably work better, or even a combination of the two if they're really clever.
I wish they would say or, but it's and or. So you're gonna need all of these is what I'm thinking. Probably,
because there's no heals. A lot of people are saying this is like Dark Dimension. I think this is more like a solo raid.
They did call it Dark Dimension. They just say similar to Dark Dimension. So it looks similar to Dark Dimension, but solo raid.
I think
similar also, yeah.
Because there's no healing, there's no resetting. It's you lock in the run, and then you have to go through it with the characters that you have. And when they die, and that's it for that run. And then you can try it again as many times as you want.
All right. Sounds good. Now they're talking about these things called scourges.
Yeah.
They'll either bolster the enemy's team or cause detrimental effects to your team, and you could toggle on any number of scourges, mix and match. More scourges, more points. And we see some of these scourges here. Enemies gain 10% health. When a player gains stealth, they also gain taunt. Summon enemies, minions gain 20% extra health. So a lot of these different things you can toggle on and off. That seems interesting to me. It looks like it's be fun with some experimentation. What is your initial impression of this?
My impression was that looks like a lot of fun. However, that was kind of blown away by something the guy who made it said, and that is even if you put on all these scourges, which you're never supposed to do, that makes it way too hard.
Okay.
If you just move up the difficulty level, one, it's better than putting all the scourges on.
Okay, so they did mention that you have these difficulties. Customize the difficulties by selecting a higher from 1 to 10. So, and higher difficulties will narrow the character traits, but also give you more points. So, the higher difficulties is what's going to score you more than actually adding all these scourges.
So, like if you can just move up the difficulty, it might kind of blow away the whole point of the scourge system. Like, I guess what you're supposed to do is, go through, see how many difficulty levels you can beat, and then start adding scourges to try to squeeze extra points, which at the end of the day might not matter because, the guy above you can just go, like if you're on 5 and the guy above you can go to 6, it doesn't matter how many scourges you put on or how good you are at the game.
Yeah.
This guy can go to 6. You don't have a prayer.
All right, the timing of this. 10 days initial and 5 on subsequent. Seems kind of like the normal legendary releases. Normally there's 7 days for the first one and then 3 for subsequent. So seems normal. What worries me is this next line though. Milestone rewards tied to leaderboard rewards. We just discussed the issues that the leaderboards had. Do you think that these leaderboards and stuff will be fixed by the time these Scourge events roll out? Do you think there'll still be some cheating? Do you think they'll handle how ties are settled in these leaderboards?
First off, cheating's easier to detect here because people who are cheating have like really crappy accounts. So if you see someone with 2 million TCP who's beaten on difficulty level 10, that's real easy for them to ban and get rid of. Another thing is we have to assume that like the whole community is basically going to participate in this. At least log in here and do difficulty 1. Okay. And so we're going to have a much bigger top 1%.
All right.
So the cheating should be less impactful here than in that horrible donation event where most of the community said, my cores, no, you can't have them. I'm just not going to participate.
Yeah.
This looks like it might actually be fun. So people who enjoy the game, which is, why are you playing if you don't enjoy the game, should actually participate in this.
How do you think they're going to handle the subsequent iterations if milestone leaderboard rewards? Because won't the same people be on the leaderboards every single iteration? So how do you think that's going to be distributed, character shards and things like that?
Well, they did say that if they place high on the leaderboard, you're going to get a lot of stars, right? So I guess the hope is that they would envision the people that get, top ranks would get, I guess, 7 stars. Or so that next time they don't participate, right? Bringing it up. I don't really know. I think it's going to be a lot of trial and error, and there's probably going to be a lot of community backlash and drama over the whole thing because that's what always happens when they do something.
Do you think this mode will be tested by Scopely before it's released to the public?
As much as Tower and Pocket Dimension were.
All right. Next section. We talked about this. You have the option of starting over. Players' teams will heal after completing a reset. You don't have to wait for 24 hours. This is a good thing. I think this is a positive thing. You mentioned that before. Any other thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, it just looks really cool. I really like how they talked about it being friendly. I think that's huge. It's something that they don't mention elsewhere and is apparent elsewhere. Like so many of these game modes are so restrictive on you. Like, God forbid your game crashes while you're doing it, and like you've destroyed yourself. Your alliance mad at you because your war attack failed. I don't need this stress in my life. This looks like a game I would actually play, so I'm excited to see it come to the game.
All right, so we got guesses of the Horsemen, and we can click on this right now and see what the silhouettes look like for these Horsemen. Any guesses on who these can be? I've heard a lot of different guesses. I've heard names like Gambit, Rogue, Mockingbird, Venom, other characters. What are your thoughts right now on who these scourges are going to be? Because what they say in this blog post right here is it could be anyone. They have an all new story, a whole new Marvel Strike Force story. So it could potentially not even be Angel in this.
Yeah.
What are your guesses for these Horsemen?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just throw it out there. So this one on the far left.
This one?
I think that's Pestilence. That's the one we're getting first.
Who do you think that one is?
I think that's going to be an original creation. They like to throw original creations out. I think they're going to throw this one here. Sure. And maybe that won't be a mutant. Just to kind of break the gear up a little bit. Who knows? That is the next one there. That's almost 1000% Magneto. On certain monitors, you can even see the red and purple. You can make out the helmet under the mask.
Okay. What about this one? Who's the green? Is this Rogue? Is this somebody else? Is it Mockingbird? What can this be?
I would say they're a Rogue or a Polaris, just from the green.
And this big one, some people say it's so big because of the wings. This might be Angel. What is your thinking on this?
Not the silhouette I would normally associate with Archangel, but I would say that's Dark Beast.
Dark Beast, okay.
He's been a Horseman before. Not that that matters, but I don't know. Looks kind of beast-like. I'm gonna go with that.
All right, so let me know your guesses down below, guys. I guess we're going to be finding out sometime very, very soon, hopefully. Now, the other thing that we got this integration with MSF.gg, the option to purchase special offers, which I know you love. And then we also got this thing mentioned about an API. So let's talk about this new web store. I didn't know it'd be released this soon. Initial impressions of this. It looks like it's pretty much the same offers, but now we're not going through iOS and Android. What are the positives and negatives for not having to go through iOS, Android, or even the Amazon App Store, which kind of sucks because you could save up to 20% with that?
Yeah. All right. So like the positives for Boundless, there's a lot of positives
for the player base. I know it's a positive for Boundless. They don't have to play that. They don't have to pay the fees to Apple or Android or anything like that. They could control the who gets refunds and things like that. It's very positive for them. What is the positives for the players though?
I got more screens to check now. So that's great. I'm really loving that. I like how it kind of crashes my device whenever I go into it. That's fun.
Oh, does it crash your device?
Yeah, it kind of lags out and doesn't work properly. That's cool.
Oh man, I didn't experience that. I was saying this Scopely got this right. There's no bugs with this, but if it's crashing for you, I guess you wouldn't be the only one that it's crashing for. So that.
Yeah, I think they said pretty universally that it doesn't run well on mobile, which is funny because, that's what it's a mobile video game. So.
All right.
It's a bad interface.
Not the best look, Scopely.
Hold on, we're talking about positives.
Okay.
It's good though, because it limits my screen time because now I don't go there at all.
Okay, but there is an event. Now, let me just ask you, did you buy that $1 offer for that totally rad, awesome outfit for Silver Surfer, which I think I might be the only one in the community that likes that. Actually, I did a poll on the Valley Club stream. The negative towards this costume was won, but it was very close. It was a very close voting. So it was very close to 50-50. Do you like or not like this costume? I can see by your face you don't like this costume.
I don't buy them. Look, I vote with my actions in game. Many times I will want to send a message to them that I don't care for their practices. And one of the practices I don't care for is when they design costumes. I don't like their costumes. I don't want them to design costumes. I think they're all horrible. I want the costumes from the comics. The costumes from Marvel. I don't want.
I get. You're talking about the original costumes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about costumes. Okay, I get it. Okay. That's cool.
There's Silver Surfer Dark. I don't know if you've seen this. It's a really cool comic where Silver Surfer interacts with some cosmic dark force and gets all dark and cosmic looking. It looks really cool. I want that.
Would that be better? Yes, but I kind of like having a costume as Silver Surfer. I don't know. I might just be kind of strange. Right. In addition to that, we got this daily rewards, right? This is a pretty good thing. You talked about some of these orbs here that we got. You get one of these if you log in here and you link your account. You log in. You get this every single day. You get the energy. You get the premium orb and that. Which is cool, but the better thing is these orbs in game. This milestones right here that you get for Blitz. Oh, I got another one here. And the cool thing, this is the positive I thought. I just claimed that, right? We go in game right now, and it's already there. It is linked right there, and these orbs are pretty good in my opinion. Did you open any of these? Actually, you said you did. What are your impression of these orbs? I thought they were pretty good. I thought that event store is pretty good.
Those are boxes. There's nothing wrong with those loot boxes, but why do we need this convoluted interface to get these? And plus, we're reducing quality of life improvements. When you blitz and it tells you you've unlocked a milestone, you don't get that with this. I gotta log in and check manually. You didn't know you had one waiting for you. Now, what happens at the end of the event if you've got a couple that are unclaimed? Well, they're gone, right? Because nobody they were there.
Good point.
Why are we taking something that works so well in game and moving it off to an outside website it's not optimized for mobile phone?
That part's ridiculous. That part's ridiculous. It needs to be. It's a mobile game. It should be optimized for mobile phones. My thought is this is step 2 towards the API. The first step was integrating msf.gg. That was done last year. This is step 2. Now we got our account data. They're worried about security concerns is what they were saying. And it links perfectly to our account. Now I think the next step is the one they mentioned in the blog post, that API. So that's what I thought coming into this. That's the positive that I got. That's the positive spin I got. API is coming.
All right. It only took them 4 years, so let's give them a big hand.
Hey, better late than never, right? All right. Next, though, in addition to this, we have the new PvP mode. It is not called Grand Turn anymore. It's called Cosmic Crucible. And a couple highlights for this mode. It's an 8-person bracket tournament, Swiss-style tournament. What is Swiss-style tournament? I think somebody told me on chat. Is that single elimination?
Yeah.
I think that's single elimination. I'm not sure. You have 6 defensive teams. Seems a little lower than I thought. What are your thoughts of 6? How many war teams do we have? 12 war defense teams.
Yeah. All right. So a Swiss system tournament is a non-eliminating tournament.
Oh, so it's like a round robin. Oh, it's exactly opposite what I thought it was. Okay. Round robin style tournament. Okay. 6 defense teams. What do you think of that amount of 6 teams? Too little, too much?
I mean, it's better than war. And I think that's what we can directly compare this to. This is like a solo war. I think I'm going to call it space war. Like out there in space.
Someone's watching. Someone's watching the battle. Look at this. Who is that? Is that Galactus or someone?
I think it's the developers.
The developers. Scopely is watching you. Don't make any wrong moves. All right. Other issue that's been with war, real-time PvP, normal PvP has been matchmaking. What do you think is going to happen with matchmaking in Cosmic Crucible when it comes out?
Like, I think we're going to see what we've seen in every other game mode and every other mobile game. This one, that one, all of them. You know, there's going to be the top 100 and they're going to be the top 100. And then there's going to be the rest of us who can either bash our heads against the wall and try to win and get good. And then there'll be people like me who will just be like, all right, I'll take my middle of the road rewards that they want to give me based upon my total combat power that I've accrued over how many years. And that'll be it. You know, I think it's going to be really, meh at the end of the day.
Meh as far as fun or as far as rewards?
Yeah, both.
Both.
Just like war. I mean, I find war to be a very, whatever kind of mode because I'm not inclined to push it like to the extremes where I'm building all these war teams and really partaking in the mode. I don't think that it's going to pay off here, given their track history.
Now, as far as the payoff, like I said, war, I don't mind war if they took out the time element. And it looks like they're taking out the time element here because the players that initiate a few number of attacks wins seems to be efficiency based. So if we got war without having to be on a certain time, having that time requirement, you can play whenever you want. Obviously, this is not in game yet and stuff like that, but I think it could be a positive. You know, if I could choose when I want to spend my time, if I want to do it in the middle of the night, I don't have to log in at the same time, I guess.
Yeah. I will say that not having to organize like 23 other people to do it with me does sound great.
Yes.
Like, that's crazy. I should never have to do that for a video game. Like, I stopped being a leader because it's like, that's nuts. Like, 23 grown adults, and I'm like, you got to get on and get your war. I'm looking at it right now. I got a war. It's probably in the next hour. And I got to go like, grown adult, can you step away from your desk and, get these? I don't want to do that again. So I'm glad they don't have element.
All right. We're in a casual alliance. You should be in casual alliance. So it's so much. The game is so much more fun if you're in a casual alliance because then you're not having this stress and pressure. Like, oh, I screwed up that war attack. My alliance. I gotta go explain to them what I did. Whereas in a casual alliance, you're like, oh, I screwed up this war attack. It's fine. Let me just try another attack.
That's better.
Anyway, tie the number of this seems like an issue in a tie. If the number of attacks is a tie, which it may or may not be, the player with the highest TCP of teams used wins. Efficiency would seem like the lower TCP would be the better option, right? So why do you think they're putting the tie? So it's like, if I go in and smash a team, then I get the win. Whereas if someone goes and does this intricate battle and uses the same one attacks as me, they don't win. Why is it done this way?
Because it's mobile video games, my friend. That's how it works. Look,
you don't want to reward the whales.
Yeah, you don't want to make the people spending the money feel bad. And that's just what it's going to be. I mean, and anyone that gets upset about this stuff, you got to understand, you're playing mobile video games. It's not a competitive thing. And that's why it pays if you're not one of them. Just kind of take what you get. Like you're saying, join a casual alliance and take the pressure.
Don't be stressed. No, don't have to babysit people. Don't have people babysitting you. Just have fun. I've shifted and I've had a lot more fun in this game and when I was serious. So, all right, global rooms. The global bonuses, room bonuses. Sounds a lot like war. This is interesting. Limited number of time a player can attack a room. There's not unlimited amount of attempts. So if your first attack is really... If your first defensive team is really strong, nobody may be able to get through it. If they don't get the attacks, you might not even clear through one room, especially if matchmaking is bad. hopefully the matchmaking is good, that this is not going to be an issue. Rewards will be granted based on your division. The higher division placement, better rewards you earn. Kind of seems like the tiers that we have in War. More details. What else do you want to see from this mode that wasn't announced here?
Yeah, I do have one kind of concern about it, and this came to me from someone that I speak to, another content creator, Bood, I think his name is, Bewd. He does Disney Sorcerer's Arena, and they have a mode similar to this and that. And what he was saying to watch out for is when they will do these room rules, they're probably going to put something in there where it's like the Horseman team wins all the time. And so like if you're one of these people that have the new Horseman team, like the day they come out, and you put that in your, Space War selection, you're just going to win that season. And we're going to see stuff like that. So I'm concerned about that. Like it's going to really reward the people that unlock legendaries the first time around and can just slot that team in. And they'll have so many room buffs on them.
It's not a bad thing, though. Should people that spend that time grinding or spend that money get rewarded for their efforts and for their dollars spent?
And it is what it is. Like I was saying, it's good to be realistic about it. If you think you're going to win this on like your skill, like just think again. It's going to be dominated by the people with the largest TCP and the biggest collections. Wide rosters instead of narrow are going to destroy this mode.
Yeah. All right. Next, costumes coming. We got one original costume, sort of. Which is we got a Moon Knight costume coming, Storm Class coming, and Black Bolt. I know what my favorite is. What is your favorite, Mr. Hartgrave?
Storm.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, you know it.
I know you're a Storm fan. I like this version of Storm rather than the punk with the Mohawk version. This is the first one I saw. The punk one was in the 80s. That's kind of what I grew up with, but this is the first one I saw. This is the one I like. Moon Knight, I'm kind of indifferent. Black Bolt, I'm kind of indifferent, but I'm so excited about this Storm costume.
Nice.
Same.
Yeah, no, I like to see the classic X-Men. I think that's what we all want. Everybody likes the 90s X-Men cartoon, right? Just give us those X-Men and happy people.
All right. Now, you were saying when we were talking about this, that there's hidden costumes in the game.
Yes. There's
still a way to get some hidden costumes. You're talking specifically about Captain Marvel. I don't see her here. What are these hidden costumes? How do you access these?
Yeah, I was angry when I saw this. I'm like, what? They took the costumes away like Deadpool, which is a really cool costume.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to pick that up, because like I'm skipping all their custom designs. I don't like them. So I'm building up a bunch of credits.
Okay.
To use those, if you want to get, especially the cheaper ones like Captain Marvel and Deadpool, if you go into the roster screen.
Oh, so you access for the roster screen.
Go to the roster screen and sort it by costume.
Click. Okay, there we go.
There you go. And then this,
Captain
like
Marvel.
And then go to the costumes. And then go over to the costume itself.
Okay. Oh, it's a little cheaper. It's a little cheaper.
I'm blocking it. I'm over
You're blocking it, but it says 33 instead of 35.
Oh, was it 35? I thought it was always 33. I'm not sure.
I thought it was 35. It says 33 right now, though. So
cheaper than 50,000 is what it is. So these are cheaper costumes. They are available still. They're pulled out of the store, but if you missed them and you were bummed out about that, this costume I think sucks. The Deadpool one is cool.
If I was using her, I might buy it just because it's different.
Maybe.
You know, that's my opinion. Just something different. That might be why I like the Silver Surfer costume. It's just something different. I've saw that one in a while. All right, moving on from these costumes, let's talk about Avengers Tower mode. Some changes. So this one confused me, Mr. Hartgrave. The ability to filter out characters that you've already been using from the shown on the select squad screen. Isn't that something that said would be on the second iteration of Avengers Tower? Why is this also being teased for the third iteration of Avengers Tower?
Well, they'll tease it again for the fourth iteration. Why not?
So we're not actually getting this one this time. It's just another tease of this.
That's fine. If you never do it, you can keep teasing it as a feature, like API interface.
All right. So we're supposed to be getting a save squad tab. Do you think we're going to be getting that one as well? Or that just they're just teasing that one? They're just teasing us.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
All right, and then surfacing the cooldown timer next to on cooldown. Right. Other this, I have no idea what the heck this means. What does this mean?
I don't know. Well,
let me read it slowly so I can just surfacing the cooldown timer next to the on cooldown on the disabled battle button. I still have no idea what that means. What does that mean?
I don't know. If only they could put pictures in here. If only they could put pictures. Look, one good thing to note here is that they do say it's going to come over the coming months. So I don't know about the last one.
Oh, yeah, this may not even be in the next iteration. This may be in the next few. All right, okay.
It's going to take a lot to code. I mean, that's going to be so hard to do to add a filter. Can you imagine?
Yeah, this was not a normal blog post. This is a road ahead. So this may not be the next version either. So.
It'll be 6 months down the road before we can do that.
All right,
Remember
auto raids? Well.
Remember auto raids?
Oh yes.
Yeah, when's that coming?
Oh, we're getting something even better, Mr. Hartgrave, and I'm not talking just about eggplant emojis. We'll get to that. Economy updates. So we're getting more teal gear. They said now that people are in Dark Dimension 5, we're getting more teal gear. The ways we're getting more teal gear. New power cores, RTA battle pass, and then additional ways. That's how we're getting more teal gear. And then they're making some of the mini, or what is it called? Mini uniques farm on campaign nodes. So now they're all going to be there. But yeah, we could buy the battle pass, or we could use power cores. That is how we're supposed to get into Dark Dimension 5, Mr. Hartgrave. People were asking, how do we get into Dark Dimension 5? How do we get more teal gear, power cores, and battle pass? But so simple. That's it right
like
there.
Did that come right from Zemo? You want in?
I missed that guy. All right.
Good guy.
What are your thoughts on this economy update? I mean, is this going to get you closer to Dark Dimension 5?
I mean, okay, teal gear, but we still haven't addressed orange gear. Like, I want to be able to freely take my characters to tier 15. I don't know about you, but tier 12 is getting super old. Like, especially with these game modes like Tower that reward a wide roster.
Yeah.
I want to be able to take more frivolous characters to tier 15. I want to have fun. I have fun when I get to do dumb stuff. So I want to take characters and be smart to tier 15.
I agree with you. It's a game. I want to do dumb stuff in a game, have fun. It's not real life where I have to like calculate things. It's a game. Let's have fun with dumb stuff. Yes. This is our sandbox. We can be dumb.
Please.
This is where it's a game. All right. They did this second thing is about teal gear or orange gear though. Adjustments to Doom campaigns to superior mini uniques. And what is that? The 14s? Is it the 15s? I think superior mini uniques is 14s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they're found on 2 campaign nodes, and so minis you'll need 15 or 18 copies don't appear on nodes that cost 20 energy. Okay, so they're just shifting it on the campaign nodes, so that's good.
Yeah, what we need to see, because what we saw last time, remember like the purple basic catalysts were the major like choke point, and they were like, here's like a ton more of them. We haven't seen that happen with the orange gear yet. Like,
you know what? I was just looking for my milestones. You mentioned that. I was just looking for my World Warrior milestones. And this, it's like, what is this? What is this?
Yeah, why are you doing
it's for purple gear. Like, I haven't opened these. Look, I have over 2 million of these. This should be orange gear at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, who needs this stuff? This should be, stop this being purple. This should be orange. Now that we're in teal. This I have no use for this. Look at this.
Yeah, I got 3 million.
I got almost 3 million as well. Come on, Scopely. That should have been in these bullet points as well. That should be in the economy upgrade. So, all right. We got some quality of life updates as well, which is good.
If they were quality of life updates, I mean, they increase the difficulty of the event campaigns. How does that fix my quality of life?
I actually like that though.
No,
they're keeping the rewards the same for medium, so we're getting what we would have gotten, but now if we want to go harder, we could get some extra stuff. I think I like this one. I think I like this one.
Quality of life though, but okay, sure.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You're right. It should be in another bullet point. You're right about that. This is but I think this is a good thing.
No, that is a good thing. And I'm very curious what the information that isn't here that I want to know. Well, number one, is that happening on the Dr. Voodoo event campaign? Number two,
hopefully,
how many yellow stars can we expect from doing the hard mode? Is it going to be like, I think most people would get 4 for going kind of moderate on it, 50 cores a day. Is 5 going to be easier?
Well, Cerebral did give us a preview of that. He said 6 or 7 stars easy on these event campaigns. So he knew that we're getting, I guess, I mean, I don't get a 6 or 7 star easy on these event campaigns. He knew the future. He knew what was coming. It was a leak.
I was talking about Spider-Punk, right? I did not get 6. I got about like 10 shards away from 6, 12,000 cores.
You would have gotten it if you had a harder difficulty, though. So
maybe.
now you can get 6, baby.
Going really hard.
Easy. All right, let's talk about some real quality of life updates. Quick Alliance option at level 50. I thought that, why isn't that available to everybody? Equip all to all low-level players. I thought that was available to everybody. Advanced option to hide save squad to do not cane character. This is a good one, though. I like this one. If I'm in a raid mode, I don't want to have to scroll down to the bottom of that raid to see who's required. I would like to see just the team that I want. I think this is a good one. Auto battle toggle on in raids. You're asking for auto raids? We got it now. Sort of.
Gotcha. So I can load it up, walk away, and it will actually enable. I was talking about sim.
That's what it says it's going to do.
Sim raids.
That would be better. I mean, the word as a dev has the sim raids.
This is interesting. I mean, like, it's really weird that they put that on. Like, I guess that does happen. How long do you have to be idle before it kicks in?
I thought I read somewhere that said 30 seconds, but I don't see. Oh, fraction. Idle for a significant fraction of a minute. What is a significant fraction of a minute? 30 seconds? I guess. So yeah, all this stuff are good, but not as good as the emojis. I think that's the biggest win for the year. All right, we got a character farmable this week. Moondragon. It's about time, Scopely. She is finally farmable. She is out of the meta, sort of. I still see the Infinity Watch in Arena sometimes, but this is good. Proxima is available easier as well. Thoughts on Moondragon?
It only took 240 days.
I mean, Emma's 540 days. We should be happy that it's 240 days, right? Actually, Emma's probably 550 now, so.
240 days. What is going on? People actually told me, like, legitimately, they're like, I think they forgot about it.
You like, how did I think they did also. They
forgot? They want to defend themselves and try to say they're not in maintenance mode, yet they have a character sitting around for a useless charter sitting around.
They're not in maintenance. They're not in maintenance mode. They're business as usual.
Checked out mode.
Oh well.
They're asleep at the wheel mode. They're not even doing maintenance at this point.
I mean, they got a new store and they got its emojis, Mr. Hartgrave. Come on now. How can you say this is in maintenance mode when we got emojis?
Now you can farm Moondragon. Hey, look, it'll only take you a few months to get to the 7th star, and then you can use her
in tower mode. War offense.
Sure.
Yes.
Because that 7th star matters.
Woo, yeah. All right. Blitz. Kate Beeshop. Kate Beeshop is coming back tonight. This is not cutlery, Kate. How hard are you going to go on Kate Beeshop? And how hard did you go this past time for Kate Beeshop?
Yeah, top 1%. I'm a hardcore blitzer. I have been for 4 years. I was doing it back when it was manual blitz. So, yep, top 1%. That's pretty much a given.
Do you think they're going to be giving away more mega orbs, or we're finally going to do those red stars for Kate Beeshop tonight?
Be red stars. I'll be rather annoyed if it's not red stars, because that'll be the first time they've ever not given out red stars.
That would be very bad. That would be very bad. I mean, they switched it. For the past few blitzes, they've been both blitzes giving out red stars. Used to be, I think it was the first one with red stars, second one with mega orbs, or reversed. It might be reversed. It was
reversed. Okay. The first one used to
be, and then it was all red stars. Now, hopefully we get the red stars tonight.
Yeah, because I didn't pull any red stars for Kate Beeshop because I knew she was a blitz character, and I was like, I'll just take the 3. I'm fine.
I don't have any. Actually, I got 2 on. I think I did. I got 2 on Kate Beeshop. So, all right, Mr. Hartgrave, and that is it. That is it for the news. Some positive, some negative, some fun, some humor. What are your final thoughts, my brother?
No matter what happens, me and you are going to be here till the end, right? So that's what's important.
Yes.
We're gonna carry on.
Carrying on, keeping calm and carrying on, and going as casual as we need to have fun in this game. I think the stress can really get to some people taking this game so seriously. When I've taken a step back from the seriousness I've taken to the seriousness I've devoted, or the attention I've devoted to this game, it's got a lot more fun. And I'm just playing this as a game and not something that it's been more fun for me. So maybe that's why I'm less salty. I'm in a casual line. So that's about it. And I'm kind of joking about all the ridiculousness now. Just kind of that's what it is. This is you take it if you're gonna play this game.
Yeah, I don't know how else you can go on. You gotta lighten up. You gotta laugh about it, or else what are you doing?
Yeah, so hopefully all the new stuff that we talked about is going to be good. Hopefully the bugs get solved. Hopefully the dirty cheaters get their comeuppance. And hopefully I will see you again. Mr. Hartgrave, anything you got coming up that you want to promote, my friend?
Yeah, a lot of great videos coming up on the YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Mr Hartgrave. Usually a video a day. And then we're live on Twitch every Wednesday and Friday talking about Marvel Strike Force around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nice. So the links will be all down below, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We do this every single week. We change with the guests to give you different perspectives of Marvel Strike Force. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are hit that like button to help the algorithm, and then hit that notification bell so you know as soon as a new video goes up. If you are listening to the podcast version of this, make sure you give it a awesome 5-star review of whatever platform you're listening to. Check me out on social media, and I will see you next time. Mr. Hartgrave, are you ready for that fist bump?
You bet, Valley.
Wait. Yeah, let's do the dark one. All right, Mr. Hartgrave and Valley. I can't do that. ValleyFlyin. Oh, there it is. We got it working. Have a great rest of your day, guys.